For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're headed to Tucson, Arizona to meet one of the country's best pass rushers. While many of Arizona's stronger football programs are in the greater Phoenix area, if you head a little more than 100 miles southeast, Tucson has some pretty good teams too. Salpointe Catholic is among the best not just in this area, but also the entire state. And the senior leader for this team is five-star defensive end Elijah Rushing.
We're the top of the city. There's no one in the city that has been able to overcome us, and we hold that standard as far as the city. And this is like the pedestal to go prove yourself to Phoenix, where they have more density of footballs.
I think the people is what makes this place special. It's the people, the relationships that you develop, our alumni, how engaged they are with everything that we're doing.
Eric Rogers took over the program 4 years ago, and that's when George Rushing, a former college star at the University of Florida, paid him a visit to see what type of football program his sons might be entering.
Eric was a brand new coach. There were a lot of doubters about him, and I wanted to meet him for myself.
I remember the first meeting, and his father looked me right in the eyes and said, I know what the Dennis Benet era was all about. I want to know what the Eric Rogers is all about.
What I appreciated about him was his genuineness for the kids.
And I told him the truth. I just spoke truthfully about trust, about commitment, about love.
And so that kind of thing I could work with, so that's why I volunteered my time.
What's impressed Coach Rogers the most about Elijah over the past 4 years? His work ethic isn't only about improving his own game. He also tries to lift up everyone around him.
It never really has been about Elijah. It's always about what can he do to help his teammates? What can he do to make our program better? What can he do to make Salpointe Catholic better? He's out there just trying to be the best version of himself. That speaks for itself.
I always like have that standard for myself, but I started to look at it in a sense of I'll take all the pressure off me so that my teammates, they can go excel in what they do.
The physical gifts are easy to see. Elijah is 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighs about 240 pounds. He has the speed and power to blow past any offensive lineman and punish opposing quarterbacks.
There's nothing better than it, in my opinion. It's like, I know, like, catching the football, you have receivers that, like, love doing touchdowns, doing dances. Mine is just, like, really just getting past that lineman, you know, just doing all the small techniques it takes to really get there.
Beyond the impressive physical tools, Elijah is also a person who loves to learn. That applies to both the football field and the classroom. He's really into reading, and he also studies the game to find new ways to improve his technique.
He's a sponge for information, very smart, strongest subjects are math and science. He's a good young man, and no matter how much notoriety you get, you have a responsibility to be a contributor to society, and more importantly, a good man.
I know you have people like a Cam Jordan, a Daniil Hunter, and all people like that. It's like it was art to me, so I want to become art.
He's thirsty for knowledge, if that makes sense. You know, he's always kind of reading, he's always looking at stuff, he's always trying to educate himself. He's a student of the game.
I have a standard for myself. I want to achieve everything I possibly can, and I want to be the top. No less, I want to be the top.
Elijah won't be leaving Tucson for a few more years. Even though schools from across the country tried to lure him away, he's decided to commit to the University of Arizona. It wasn't just because it was the hometown school, but also that Arizona met all the criteria Elijah wanted on and off the field.
I know the university is going to get everything out of you. It's like what the university can do for me, you know, like with the academics piece, coming to an academic school like this, you want to have something that you can lean on.
What does life after football look like? Do they have a support system? Does the degree have any value? Because we don't just want him to go to the pros, we want him to actually get his degree.
With his passion to work and learn, Elijah Rushing has all the potential to not only reach the highest level, but also be one of the best when he does.
All these big-time college programs are coming through our door and talking with these coaches and their projections, how they see him has absolutely blown my mind, because they're saying that he has every intangible to be a first-round draft pick. And again, that's stuff that's coming from these college coaches, not me. That's what they're telling me, and I'm like, wow, all right, this is awesome.
I'm gonna be one of those people that they look at like he was the guy. And just like people look back like this, like he was a huge football player in this category and just someone that they remember. It's like, I want you to remember me.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.